Attention, citizens of Europe. This is an official emergency announcement from the European Space Agency on Thursday, September 2nd, 2027. Please listen carefully to the information we are about to convey, as it is critical for your understanding and safety. We urge all residents to remain calm and attentive during this uncommon situation. Approximately 25 days ago, our deep space monitoring systems detected a series of cryptic radio signals emanating from a region far beyond our solar system. These signals, which have been analyzed comprehensively by leading scientists and experts, were initially deemed of non-terrestrial origin. Since their detection, we have mobilized teams of specialists from various international space agencies, including NASA, the Russian Federal Space Agency, and the Chinese National Space Administration, to collaborate in the investigation of these signals. Today at 9 a.m. CET, we announce that our scientific teams have made significant progress in decoding these messages. A preliminary analysis has revealed that the signals contain references to a return or arrival. While we have achieved a partial translation, the context of these statements remains unclear and is the subject of ongoing scrutiny. It is crucial to emphasize that, at this stage, the specifics of what this return entails are unknown. The potential implications of these signals are vast and far-reaching. They could represent the first evidence of contact with an advanced extraterrestrial intelligence or an entirely new cosmic phenomenon previously unknown to humanity. However, the ambiguity surrounding the meaning of these signals necessitates a cautious approach. The global scientific community is vigorously working around the clock to clarify the content of these messages and assess their significance. We have intensified our monitoring of the situation using advanced astronomical instruments and satellite networks. We will continue to analyze the signals for any further data that may emerge. Observations will be conducted at various frequencies to determine if additional transmissions are forthcoming. Citizens should also follow these precautions to ensure their well-being. We strongly advise the public to remain calm and refrain from panic. Speculation and rumors can exacerbate fears and may hinder our efforts to provide clear and accurate information. Citizens are encouraged to rely on official channels, including the ESA's website and authorized news outlets, for updates and guidance. We encourage communities to engage in discussions about these developments, fostering a spirit of solidarity and support. It is essential for residents to communicate with one another and share information from credible sources. Community leaders are urged to facilitate gatherings where citizens can come together to discuss their concerns and share knowledge. Again, we ask that all citizens remain attentive and aware during this exceptional time. The European Space Agency will keep you updated on our findings and any subsequent developments. Please stay tuned to your local news stations, radio broadcasts, and the official ESA website for further updates. Thank you for your attention.
This is an official global emergency alert issued by the World Meteorological Organization. On September 3rd, 2027 at 11 a.m., we urge all citizens to remain calm and follow the instructions provided in this broadcast. Our world is currently experiencing an uncommon atmospheric phenomenon, and immediate action is required to ensure public safety. Starting approximately 20 days ago, multiple reports have surfaced from cities across the globe, describing unnatural auroras, electrical storms, and an overwhelming sense of disruption in the natural environment. These auroras, typically confined to polar regions, have been observed over major urban centers, including Paris, New York, Tokyo, and Johannesburg. In tandem with these visual anomalies, witnesses have reported a mysterious vibrating hum resonating through the air, along with eerie choirs of harmonic sounds that seem to emanate from the atmosphere itself. These unusual occurrences are unlike anything humanity has ever witnessed before. Electrical storms have intensified in these regions, causing extensive power outages and communication blackouts. The combination of the abnormal sounds and disruptive storms has raised significant concern among scientific and governmental authorities. As a result, governments in affected regions have declared martial law to maintain order and ensure public safety. Important instructions to follow. Citizens are strongly advised to remain indoors, and avoid any unnecessary travel. The intensity of the electrical storms and the unpredictability of the auroras pose a significant threat to those outside. Ensure you have essential supplies, such as non-perishable food, water, flashlights, and batteries. In case of extended power loss, continue to monitor official channels for further updates and instructions. Disruptions to telecommunications are possible, but emergency broadcasts will be made available through television and radio. We will provide updates as more information becomes available. Stay safe, stay indoors, and stay strong.
Good evening. This is a special report from BBC News, bringing you the most recent information on the outstanding atmospheric phenomena occurring throughout the world. As night comes, unnerving stories of abnormal auroras, violent electrical storms, and odd harmonic noises have sparked concerns and fueled deep-seated fears in communities around the world. Throughout the day, the skies have been converted into a strange show, with dazzling green and violet lights flickering wildly. Citizens in major cities around Europe, Asia, and the Americas have reported hearing an unsettling hum accompanied by periodic bursts of lightning. In several areas, these occurrences have caused power outages, trapping hundreds in darkness and intensifying the sensation of uneasiness. In response to these concerning developments, religious leaders of all faiths have sought to view the events as fulfillments of ancient prophecies. Many people are drawing parallels with biblical and cultural writings that narrate signals in the heavens heralding major world events, portraying the current situation as a watershed moment in human history. Christian leaders are citing the book of Matthew, specifically Matthew 24:29-30, which describes celestial disturbances. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun will be darkened, and the moon will not give its light. The stars will fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens will be shaken. Pastor Samuel Wright, a significant person in the community, stated, "We are seeing biblical signals that should raise our communal attention. The time for spiritual thought and repentance has come, since these manifestations are a wake-up call from above." Leaders in the Jewish community are citing the Talmud, notably Gittin 55b, which outlines how celestial phenomena serve as warning signs prior to major events in human history. Rabbi Leah Cohen stated, "We must follow the ancient texts. Our forefathers warned us that the sky will usher in significant change. In times of ambiguity, these occurrences serve as a reminder to reaffirm our religion and build our communities." Islamic scholars are referencing the Quran, specifically Surah Al-Hajj 22:1, which warns of shaking and unrest before the day of judgment. O people, dread your Lord. Indeed, the convulsion of the hour is a horrible thing. Sheikh Abdullah Khatib added, "Now is the time for deep contemplation. The signs we see in the sky are reminders of our responsibility and the need for humility in the face of divine power." Furthermore, Buddhist teachings emphasize the value of mindfulness in chaotic situations. Venedi Lobsang Tenzin, a well-known Buddhist monk, stated, "In the face of such events, we must cultivate compassion and seek to understand the interconnectedness of all life. The vibrations we hear may be a summons to awaken our collective consciousness and alleviate the suffering in our world. As these interpretations gain traction, rumors of divine judgment circulate swiftly, instilling fear and anxiety in many communities. Residents in cities throughout the world are reporting higher tensions and an increase in religious gatherings as people seek comfort and solutions. Authorities are concerned about the possibility of civil upheaval as the public grapples with the consequences of these troubling readings. Governments around the world have reinforced calls for calm, advising civilians to stay indoors and avoid drawing speculative conclusions. Prime Minister Maria González of Spain released a statement earlier today emphasizing the importance of reasonable debate in the midst of chaos. In these difficult circumstances, we must avoid the inclination to panic. It is critical that we seek advice from credible sources and avoid fueling the fear that can lead to civil unrest. We're all in this together, and unity is our greatest strength. Meanwhile, the World Meteorological Organization acknowledged that scientists are working rapidly to investigate atmospheric abnormalities and provide answers for them. They have advised the public to trust their updates for reliable information. As the situation evolves, we will remain alert in our coverage, bringing you the most accurate and current information. We advise you to stay tuned to BBC News for updates and to follow official instructions to ensure your and your community's safety. Now, time for an ad break. Thank you for watching the BBC News.
Attention citizens of the world, this is an urgent message from the United Nations Office for Outer Space Affairs regarding a critical situation currently developing. This notification broadcasts worldwide with the approval of your local government. On September 4, 2027, the China National Space Administration confirmed the presence of unidentified spacecraft roughly 500,000 kilometers from Earth, contradicting its previous guess, and the ships appear to be arriving at a significantly slower rate. This information has elevated the state of global military readiness, with armed forces across various nations now on high alert. In response to these developments, nations are coordinating their efforts to assess the nature of these unidentified objects and strategize potential contact or defensive measures. We urge all citizens to remain calm and closely follow updates from government authorities. It is a matter of life and death that the public stays informed as we navigate this uncommon situation together. In addition to the confirmation of this unidentified spacecraft fleet, multiple regions around the world are experiencing mass blackouts and communication failures, particularly in areas affected by electromagnetic disturbances, believed to be associated with the phenomena. These disruptions have resulted in significant challenges for transportation systems, which have ground to a halt in many locations. The United Nations and local governments are mobilizing resources to address these issues. However, we strongly advise all citizens to prepare for potential extended disruptions. Citizens are urged to gather emergency supplies, including food, water, and essential medications, and to maintain a supply of batteries and other necessary items. We advise you to remain indoors, conserve resources, and await further instructions from local emergency services. As the situation unfolds, governments are working closely with international space agencies and experts to better understand the nature of these unidentified spacecraft and the electromagnetic disturbances. The global scientific community is also analyzing data to determine the implications of this event and what it might mean for humanity. Please refrain from speculation regarding these unidentified objects. Your safety is our highest priority. Stay tuned to official channels for updates and instructions. It is crucial that we all remain calm and united during this time of uncertainty. This is a rapidly evolving situation. More information will be provided as it becomes available. Thank you for your cooperation. This notification concludes here. If you missed a part, please tune in. 93.7 AM in your radio. The notification will be repeated in this frequency with the latest updates.